it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Oh, we're back. Like, oh, we not back, but we back. What's going on, y'all? Okay, we are back today for our second live for Ratchet Reality. We're about to get into, well, no, not Ratchet Reality. This Weekends on OWN. Weekends on OWN. Sorry, y'all. We doing Ready to Love. We're gonna do them last. This is them, okay? But we're gonna start off with Ladies Who List, which is a brand new show on OWN. I thoroughly enjoyed. If you guys have not gotten a chance to check it out on OWN. Come back, okay, after, once you've, placed everybody. But y'all can just get this tea from me about what went down so y'all can decide if this is something y'all want to do. Okay? Yes, Just Move Supplements, baby. Yes. Okay, right here. Okay, when it made me a whole nother one and put a banana in it because ain't nobody got time to be passing out during the workout. Okay, gotta get into that. So I was confused at first with the names. Y'all, this Kira girl, is this the one that was an actress? Is this her? Because she looks like the girl that played Aaliyah, right? Is that her? And now she's in real estate? Is that her? Y'all let me know. But we got Robin. Right, y'all say Robin was doing too much. Robin is right here. Crystal is right here. I believe this is Quiana. Hold on, let me look at my notes, y'all. Kira, okay, Kira. This is Kira, okay. Quiana and Kira started out the episode together. And then we got Tiffany, I believe. Tiffany and Tiana, or this is Tiana and this is Tiffany. Girl, listen, we didn't get a lot from Tiffany, but we know that Tiffany and Tiana met up with their kids at one point. We're going to get into it. What? Who is this one? Is this one a Tiffany girl? This is the Tiffany girl because her and Crystal are in competition because they're the only real estate lawyers, right? So, and this is Tiana, right? Tiana or Tiana, however she pronounced her name, Tiana. Kira, Kiana, and Robin, Crystal, Tiffany. I got it. I hope I got it. Okay. New show, y'all. Give me a break. All right. I was a little confused at first when I was like going through my notes, like, wait, who's who? The episode started off with Kira and Kiana, right? And Kiana says that she found Kira because Kira was online in a bathing suit in a pool. And everybody was talking about, oh, nobody's going to take you seriously in real estate because you're online in a bikini. And Kiana is like, bump all that, okay? You can be in a pool in a bikini. You can sell houses and you can go to church and tell everybody what the Lord has done for you, Okay, they both grew up, I believe, in the projects of North Carolina. I'm not sure if Kira grew up in the projects of North Carolina, but it sounds as if she also had a tough upbringing as well. Either way, both of them see their entrepreneurship and real estate as a way to not only uplift themselves, but their community. Oh, you saying that's not the girl who played Aaliyah? She looked like her though, right? Who is she? She looks familiar, but she does look like that girl, right? It's not just me. Um, yes. Okay, wait. So y'all are saying that this is Tiffany and this is Tiana. Is that what y'all? So this is Tiana. This is Tiffany. They had different hairstyles. Yes. Okay, so Tiana and Kiana had the same wig on throughout the show. I was confused. And she looks different on the episode than she does in this picture, right? So this is Tiffany. Okay. Right, we're gonna learn everybody's names, okay? Is that what you meant? Listen, I can't tell, child. We just gonna go ahead and learn as we go. But like I told y'all, Kira and Kiana, we first meet them at the pool, talking about, you know, how people saw Kira online, how Kiana is like, no, bump all that. We're gonna make this bread. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Okay. And then after that, we meet Crystal and Robin, right? We meet Crystal and Robin. I don't know why. Who the fuck is Kim Burrow? Who the fuck is Kim Burrow? Because that's whose name was on the building, was on the wall. And I was like, well, who the hell is Kim Burrow if this is Crystal and this is Robin? But either way, y'all, Robin is our hothead. Robin is our hothead. Robin is a broker. And she wants to open up a Black female-ran brokerage firm. She feels like there are way too many Black female real estates killing it in the industry in Atlanta, and they're making money for white people. So why not come together and make Black people some money, okay? Which I totally understand, and I think that's a great idea. However, the issue is Crystal says that Robin is not a woman's woman, okay? Okay, so Kim Burrow is Crystal's last name. Got you. That's what I thought. But we see them sign the papers and sell a $500,000 home to a young Black couple. I forgot their names. I did not write their names down. They're YouTubers, and one of them is a Savage Fenty model. Great, okay? But they bought a $500,000 house. Beautiful, okay? They talked about the importance of Black people owning homes because at one point it was illegal for us to do so. And then when we did own homes, people would come and steal them from us. Literally come and kick us out of our own homes by force, okay? And run us out of town or kill us. So yeah, that was a real thing. So at this point, for Black people to be able to buy the homes that they're able to buy in Atlanta, anywhere really, is a testament to how, yes, times have not changed, but they have. Okay. Yes, Lotus Fire Bombshell, Amy and Mozzie. Yes, those two people. Gotcha. So like I said, the problem with this brokerage firm is Robin hasn't had the best relationships with other women, but she says that she's cleaned her closet, so maybe this situation can work. For some reason, Crystal needed to bring it up to her that she doesn't have the best relationship with women. She said, you don't play well in the sandbox. I don't know, Robin, decided to get, what do you mean? Why are you talking about my personality like everybody else doesn't have a personality? I was like, why are you flipping out? Like, Robin, why are you getting this upset at her bringing that up? All you have to say is, yeah, but I've grown and I feel like we can get past some things. That's all it needed to be. Why are you screaming and hollering about why she's questioning you when you yourself said that you don't have good relationships with women? Like, girl, she felt like Crystal was nitpicking at her, but really she was just trying to have a conversation with you. But as time went on, I started to understand what Robin's issue with Crystal is. Crystal is very condescending and belittling in the way she handles conflict. She laughs at you. She has her very, ER tone. She comes from, obviously a wealthy Black family. So her upbringing is different. The way she sees herself is different. And when people are in conflict with her and they're acting like Robin, she's laughing at it. She's laughing at it. And it's because it's like, oh my God, this overreaction. And I feel like when Robin and Crystal were having that conversation in the park, that's when I started to see how Crystal can come off. That's how I started to see how Crystal can come off. But at the same time, Robin, you need to go to anger management. You need to figure it out because you are the one that is losing control of yourself. Okay. Yes, I did watch Selling Tampa. I actually reviewed the season here on my channel. So yeah, I have. Where was I in the notes? Crystal says, because when Crystal said, okay, you're triggered, Robin, when she was saying that, I was like, why you keep calling out the fact that this girl is triggered? Like, I don't know why, but that irked my spirit that she kept saying that to her over and over again. And then we see in future episodes, she's going to say it again. And that's why I feel like Robin is on one, but Crystal is also antagonizing her. And only because we don't know her, we can't tell that that's what she's doing because the way she expresses herself is different. She's calm, she's laughing, she's doing non-assuming annoying ass things, while Robin is on one and being outward with her shit. But the more we heard Crystal talk, the more I realized why Robin was so agitated with her, because it's like, you're belittling me. I feel like you're trying to belittle me in this moment with your tone and the way you're talking to me as if I'm a fucking child, and you're laughing at me even though I'm saying that I am really bothered. Like, she was saying triggered way too much, y'all, at the end of the day. So Tiana and Tiffany meet with their kids at the park. Two different types of parents. One is teaching her children how to curse. The other one is teaching her son how to count grams of sugar on cold drinks. Okay. But they basically discuss how hard it is for them to juggle both the business and being moms, and how their kids are always putting their fingers under the door when they're trying to take a shit. I remember being a kid, I used to do the same thing. It felt like the only time I could be with my mom alone is when she was in the bathroom. Anyway, so Kiana showed Fatima from Sisters, okay? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Her real name is Crystal. I love Crystal Renee. I follow her. I'm low-key obsessed. She's so beautiful to me. And I love her energy. Her energy is great. And we all love Fatima as a character on Sisters as well. So Kiana shows her this beautiful white modern mansion. And I was like, girl, you better buy that house. That shit was nice. Okay. Especially once you like add your decor to it. I was like, this is really nice. I love the fact that they actually showed us the real estate as well, because I'm someone that loves like house porn. So show me all of the house, girl. Show me the bathroom. Show me the closet. Show me the kitchen. I want to see what the backsplash looks like. Okay. What type of sink? Okay. Sooner or later, I'm going to be renovating more of my house. Okay. And whenever that happens, I need the ideas to be fresh. Okay. Yes. Crystal comes off as with the microaggressions. Absolutely. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed it. Okay. So like I said, Kiana is showing Fatima this beautiful home, and then Crystal shows up after and they talk. And Crystal basically was there to ask Kiana to come and hear Robin's pitch for this brokerage firm. But Kiana is like, oh, I'm going to come just so I can tell a bitch no, because I don't fuck with her. She said she don't fuck with her. I'm going to tell y'all why after I get a sip of this tea. Hold up. Okay, so basically, Kiana says that during the pandemic, her firm closed down. So she decided to open up her own firm. When you open up your own firm, you have to ask your current brokerage to release your license. So in the time of them going through the paperwork to release her license, she had to put the deals that she had procured on hold. So she reaches out to Robin so Robin can act, as the person that she needed for the contracts, to help with the contracts. And Robin said, I want $500 a contract. Kiana found that very predatory, especially considering the fact that I'm trying to open up my own firm. And I almost feel like Robin may have knew back then that she wanted to form this Black-owned brokerage firm, which is probably why she gave Kiana a hard time, because she didn't want Kiana to open up her firm, because when she opens up Robin's firm, Robin wants to be able to poach Kiana to come and work for her. That's what came to my mind as I'm thinking about it now. Because now you're going to Kiana and asking her to be a part of this firm after you made it hard for her to start her own firm. So Kiana wants to show up just to tell the bitch no. Okay? Tiana has a brokerage opening event. And this is when I realized there was a difference between Kiana and Tiana. Because at first I was confused because they both was wearing the same type of wig. Kiana has a brokerage opening event. Kira, Tiffany, and Kiana all come through. Kiana is, the bougie one. She wants to know, where's the vibe? Where is the setting? Why isn't there any furniture? Like, why aren't you trying to sell this home to me? Honey, what's going on? Okay. But either way, they discussed the dinner with Robin and her big idea. And Kiana explains how she had an opportunity to help her and she didn't. So she isn't really here for working with Robin. Kira says that she doesn't have a problem with Robin, but she has an issue with Crystal. She was out at a Kanye event and, Crystal turns to her and she's like, oh my God, I know you, right? And Kira was like, girl, we've gone to dinner together. How the fuck you gonna act like you don't know me? And I'm like, that adds to the whole, Crystal situation, with Crystal being condescending, acting like she don't know people. Superiority complex, basically, okay? Especially because I heard her reference several times, and not in a negative way, but when you obviously have recognized that you grew up having a middle to upper class experience with your Black 2-parent household, and everybody else grew up with single parents or in the projects or, scratching and surviving good times. You're always pointing that out. And I feel like the reason why you're pointing that out is because and in your mind, you feel like you are better equipped to deal with conflict than they are. So you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm noticing Crystal has a bit of a superiority complex. Okay. Look up Inez. Okay, for house porn. Okay, thank you. Y'all know I love me some house porn. I will look that up. Crystal has an issue. Yeah, but I told y'all Crystal has this. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I got mixed up in my notes. Crystal, actually, Tiana says she grew up. Okay, Tiana says she grew up with Crystal. She likes Crystal. And Crystal mentioned that she and Tiana grew up together. They only worked together one time, and she never asked for her to come and be the closing attorney again. And she didn't really know why. Well, Tiana says that the business dealing didn't go well. She didn't give any specifics, but she said she doesn't have a problem with Crystal. They grew up together. So it's not beef, but in business, they don't know if they mesh, basically, right? So Crystal and Robin meet up at the park, and Robin feels like Crystal hit her below the belt, okay, with the whole conversation of you don't play well in a sandbox with other girls. And Crystal says, well, you were in my office yelling. And Robin says, well, you were being condescending. And Crystal just keeps laughing. And every time Robin mentions that the laughing makes her feel like she's belittling her, Crystal is just like, well, let me laugh. Let me be nervous. Let me do this. And it's like, well, how about you explain how you're feeling as to not make your friend feel like you're belittling her while y'all are having an argument. But apparently the way they've had arguments is they just keep screaming their point of view at one another. She keeps laughing. Robin keeps saying that you're being condescending. You're being disrespectful. This is why I don't like women, because of this type of shit. And it's because, Robin, you feel insecure. In some way, shape, or form, you feel insecure. And Crystal plays on your insecurities by having a superiority complex. Like, I don't know how y'all became friends, but that is what I see. There are issues with both of the women as far as I'm concerned. That's why they just could not come to an agreement during the argument and just decided that they were just going to go forward with the dinner and talking to the women about the business opportunity, because they see themselves as real friends. And if they're real friends, they can just go to dinner later on and move on from here. Okay. But they were really just having an immature conversation about how Crystal is belittling Robin and Robin is overreacting. And then when Crystal said that Robin was acting crazy in the way she was responding to the conversation, she got even more upset about that. Why are you saying I'm crazy? Like, nobody was really saying you're crazy, but you are seemingly looking for something to get upset and irate about. And I would like for you to calm the fuck down. Like, say that. Okay? But yeah, y'all, the show is good. They had a lot of drama going on in that first episode, a lot of personalities. That's why Kiana is standing in the front, even though she was not like the main, person throughout the episode. Robin and Crystal were more so seen than the other ladies. But Kiana, for me, has the biggest personality. Okay? Kiana seems to have, but everybody seems to have a personality. So I think that this is going to be a cute little show. Crystal is that mean bougie chick that knows how to play passive aggressive with certain people. Yep. And Robin said all the women in her family abandoned her, so she's really weary of women. Yeah, that's so sad. That's on sign. Why y'all listen? Can somebody look at the screen? Can somebody look at the screen? Can somebody look at the screen, y'all? Like, it's right here. It's right here. Oh my God. But anyway, y'all, that's the show. Y'all be killing me. That's the show. Let's go ahead and move on from there to Ready to Fuck. Okay, but before we move on to Ready to Fuck, y'all know what I need y'all to do. Okay, so Ready to Fuck. Wasn't a lot, y'all. It wasn't a lot. Okay, let me pull up my notes. So Sydney sits down with Phil to hear what he has to say about what happened with Shiloh. We've all discussed how I feel about the Shiloh situation. A lot of us disagree about it, but I ain't said what I ain't said. I ain't said what I ain't said. Okay, I feel like Phil was tired of having a conversation with Shiloh. Tired of his feet being held to the fire. He loves to skate out of taking responsibility in situations where he feels uncomfortable, like being a fuckboy and leading Shiloh on and being disingenuous with how he felt about her, so he can have her on the side if Sydney did not choose him. That's what he was doing, and he was not being very clear about that. Okay. They got into it in an alley behind a club. There was some confusion, but many people have said that they were not alone. Other cast members were present at the club when all of this went down. So the idea that Shiloh was in real, danger is honestly just an over exaggeration that Phil and everybody else is using to excuse him deciding to put his hands on that woman. Not that he was trying to harm her, but you were definitely trying to say, bitch, don't nobody care what you talking about. Take your ass on in his car so I can go ahead and go get on the phone with Sydney for 2 hours. Thank you, Sydney Boyer, for the super sticker. I appreciate it, Cynthia. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's just how I feel about it. Now, a lot of people feel like Shiloh was manipulating the situation because she was really upset that he didn't choose her. So instead of saying she was more upset about that, she wanted to point out that he physically picked her up. And I just kind of feel like I don't give a fuck whether she was upset about him picking her up or upset about him basically emotionally keeping her on the hold. Even though he didn't really plan on picking her, but he didn't want to be honest with her. I just kind of feel like whether she was upset about one thing or the other, she was entitled to be upset. And I feel like her saying that she had a problem with the things that he did not make everybody think that Phil was some woman beater. So the idea that, she was trying to make him out to seem worse than he really was, I just feel like that's not a real argument because nobody feels that way. Nobody feels like Phil is some abusive man, but I do feel like he's a dismissive man. He is a man that when he is tired of having a conversation, will probably disregard how you feel because he's tired of hearing it. So whenever he and Sydney get into a fight, at long last, because they will get into a fight, whenever they get into a fight, let's see how he handles the conflict. Let's see if Sydney feels like he in some ways showcase that same behavior in conflict with her that he did with old girl, which is to remove you from the situation, walk away from the situation, try to kiss you, try to hug you when you don't want to be hugged, or try to in some way physically calm you down when you're upset and want him to give you space. But because he can't handle the verbiage of the conversation, he would rather try to physically do something to change the energy. And that doesn't always work for everybody. So at the end of the day, I also want to know why Sydney did not question Phil about if they fucked or not, him and Shiloh. Because to me, that would have been a bigger conversation instead of Sydney using this as an opportunity to make sure that everybody knows that Phil is the perfect guy, that Phil is this amazing guy that would never hurt her, that is, just an upstanding guy, and everything about him is so calm and genuine, and he doesn't have any ulterior motives. I'm like, girl, he changes his voice when he talks to you. Stop giving him all of this credit. He is a fuckboy masquerading as a good guy, okay? And at the end of the day, if you were smart, and I'm not saying you aren't smart, but I feel like a smarter woman would have questioned why he felt comfortable picking her up in the first place. Are you not wondering if they were fucking? Are you not wondering if they were having sex with one another? Like, I would be wondering about that at the end of the day. I feel like Shiloh needs to deal with her trauma, and Phil needs to deal with his misogynistic ideals about his relationships with women. So they both have something that they need to work on. Okay? Sydney doesn't seem serious. And it was, y'all, it wasn't deep at all. It wasn't deep at all, because if it was really deep, then she would have been wanting to know, well, what was your relationship with Shiloh? For real, for real. Because see, she's the type of woman that doesn't pay attention that the way a man treats any woman can be reflective of the way he will treat you. And a lot of y'all think that y'all some special addition to pussy or something like that. And a man, once he gets upset, is not going to treat you the way he treated another woman, because that was that woman and it was her fault that something happened. We can, you look, if y'all want to, argue about the shit with Shiloh, go to the last review. I'm not finna argue with you about that. But to me, I still felt like Sydney took this opportunity to make sure that somebody was protecting Phil's image, when she should have been trying to understand him as a man if she was really going to be in a relationship with him. But you know what? We'll wait to the reunion and see how it's all played out. Women need to take other women more seriously when we disclose our personal experiences with men. That part. Okay? Yeah, I mean, everybody know that Sydney wanted to be on the show to promote whatever she has going on. Like, it was obvious. That's why she came in as, the wild card or whatever. And I still feel like Phil was being the same type of nice guy with everybody, but the way he changed up the clothing, his voice, his attitude, depending on who he was talking to, makes me feel like we were not getting the real Phil. And anybody that thought that he did not have ulterior motives, like, how could you not feel that he had ulterior motives when he wasn't being honest with Shiloh about how he was feeling about her? Like, what? Ulterior just means that he wanted to do something opposite of what you thought he wanted to do. Shiloh thought that he really wanted to try to get to know her and be with her. He wanted to have Shiloh as the one that he could fall back on if Sydney turned out to choose Frank. But thank God it didn't go down like that. Okay? Right? Phil gotta be an air sign, probably a Libra ass nigga. No disrespect. My husband's a Libra, but they can be very indecisive. And when they don't want to be honest about how they feel, they like to either disengage or laugh you off or ignore you. They don't like to confront shit. Okay. And in a way of them not wanting to confront things, they can end up handling situations improperly just because they don't want to actually have to confront anything. And that's what I feel like about Phil. It's not that he's a bad guy. It's just that I feel like he will handle situations in a fucked up way when he doesn't want to deal with them. And because that's what the situation with Shiloh showed me. Okay. But, hey, whatever. So there's a brunch for the singles. Mean, Sydney, and Frank sit down together and discuss how, it's coming down to the wire. Sydney still doesn't know who she wants. Frank at that moment really didn't seem to know who he wanted. So, we were just kind of like, child, this is awkward. Y'all may act like it's not awkward, but it looked awkward. Shit. Child, Sabrina in that long wig. I don't know why she did that, but that's all right, girl. You just wanted to switch it up. That's all right, but it looked real cheap, but you switched it up. So they talk, her and Walter talk, and she says one minute he's feeling her, and the next minute he's not. So she's just confused, and she's been saying the same thing about him consistently for the past few episodes, right? Tommy comes out and tells them that they have to invite their dates to their parents or to their families, period, right? So Sydney and Yumi meet Frank's family. With Yumine, they talk about kids growing up in a Christian household. With Sydney, we're talking about, how she and Frank are friends first, and they have this great foundation, and their personalities mesh, and they have the same type of lifestyle. Very much more friend than wife and eventually mother to my kids vibe. I think at this moment we realize that Frank is either going to choose a wife or choose a woman to have on and off relationship with. Like, that's basically what it was going to be, because they're too much alike. They needed opposites. Both of them needed to be with a person that was a little bit more into them than they were into that person. Mumine wanted to be chose. Mumine wants the life that she can get from being with a man like Frank. They're both West African. She can fit into his life as a wife and as a woman that's not going to be too pressed about the life that he lives. Phil, same thing. Phil is going to be on the side holding your bag and making sure that you feel supported in whatever you have going on. I see all of that, okay? So I honestly feel like they made the right choices as far as who they wanted to pick, moving forward. Sabrina and Walter meet up with his family. Sabrina says that his aura made her know that she wanted him in her life forever. And I was like, Sabrina, why are you saying that? When you know good and goddamn well this man has been sometime he is shit with you. So why are you giving the aura speech about how deep it is when that's not really how you feel at this point? His aunt says that when Walter is in relationships with women, he's affectionate towards them. And this is when Sabrina realizes this entire time Walter has not been very affectionate with her. And I'm like, because Walter is faking it. Walter is faking it. Walter is not on the show for love. Walter is on the show so he can be a part of production, so that he can get a job with Will Packer, so that he can make the right contacts, so he can continue to bolster his career as an actor. That's what he's about. He was not about her, and it was so obvious to me. She says that because of everything that has happened between the two of them, she did not feel comfortable with him meeting her daughter. And I feel like he shouldn't meet her daughter. Walter says that it was an instant connection between the two of them. And I feel like, no, you just found somebody that you thought was attractive enough to trauma bond on. I also feel like Walter wanted to bag whatever woman was most wanted in the room. And I feel like initially all the men, were circling around Sabrina. All of the men were circling around Sabrina. And I think that Walter was able to trauma bond with her about what they've gone through with their parents and losses in their lives. And that's the person he decided to stick with throughout this process. And yeah, he had this little situation with Mumine and all of that. But ultimately, Walter was never really in it for real. And Yumine was able to feel that from him early on. She thought it was about Sabrina, and that was her mistake, because she thought Sabrina was pulling him away from her, when really, no. Walter just did not want to give his energy to you any longer, because he realized it would be best for him to use Sabrina to get to the end instead of using you to get to the end. And you should have been happy to release his ass, because it ended up being the best for you and Frank for that situation to go ahead and dissolve, okay? Aisha meets Dante's people, and she tells them about her divorce, how she had to learn how to love herself, how she had to help her children realize the divorce wasn't their fault. So she had to, do a lot of self-healing before she got to this point, and Dante had to do the same thing. So they're really kind of in the same place as far as they're concerned. His brother feels like because their mom was a single mother, the house should be more 50-50. And she says that she'll take a couple bills, but that's it. Let me tell you something. You sons of single mothers. Let me tell y'all something. Just because your mama had to scratch and survive good times to take care of y'all does not mean that women should want to do things 50-50, should do things 50-50, or feel like they need to be pressured into doing shit 50-50 if that's not what they want to do. There are women out there that don't mind going half seas on the shit. Okay. There are some women that don't mind paying for more shit if they make more money. But at the end of the day, I did not like the way that conversation went. If Aisha wants to stay at home and take care of the household and create a loving environment for her man in return for him taking care of her, that's the social dynamics of most marriages. And if that's what she wants, that's what she should have. Yo broke ass, I'm sorry, but I'm going to call you brokey since you want to sit up here and impress upon this woman because your mama had to struggle that she should be willing to do 50-50 on bills when she said very clearly she'll take a couple but not 50-50. Sir, don't do it. I don't like that y'all do that y'all feel like because y'all mammies made it struggling that other women should be wanting to live that same type of life or okay with living that same type of life. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No, because a lot of y'all do that. Okay? A lot of y'all do that. Get you a woman that wants to do 50-50, but don't get a woman that wants to do 80-20 and try to convince her to do 50-50 because your mama did it. Like, boy, bye. Boy, bye. Ain't nobody told your mama to have 3 children and nobody to help her. Like, and that's no disrespect. Shit happens. People die, all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, that lady was married with children. Why should she change the way her life has been because your mama was out here scratching and surviving good times hanging on the child line? Exactly. You want a traditional wife, but you want to split bills. Go to hell. Go to hell, Joseph. Okay? With that shit. Anyway, moving on from there, Phil brings Sydney to meet his mom and sister. He was worried about what they were going to say, which made me wonder what he was scared they were going to say. But they ask her about her other connection, and she basically says that, her and Frank click, but Phil is calm. And he makes her feel comfortable. And, she's still thinking about Frank, though. She was very clear on how she was feeling. But ultimately, y'all see who chose who. Phil chose Sydney. Mumin and Frank chose each other. Aisha and Dante chose each other. And then we got down here to Sabrina and Walter. First of all, Walter didn't know where Sabrina was from. Can we start there? Walter did not know that Sabrina was from Korea. Thought she was from Virginia. First of all. Second of all, didn't know how old she was. Lady 45, he said she was 46. Third of all, it's a grown-ass woman walking up to you in a princess gown. But yeah, don't call her a princess. Call her a queen. That made me feel like Walter wants a young woman. Walter wants a young woman, but knew what would look good as far as storyline is concerned. Sabrina looks good as far as storyline is concerned. He didn't really want to be with her. Walter's faces the entire episode was like, child, I really don't give a shit. I made it to the end. I'm happy. I made it to the end. You bitches know my name, and that's all that matters to me. Okay? That's the vibe that Walter was giving. He didn't give a shit when Sabrina told him that she felt like he was inconsistent and that's why she was not choosing him. He didn't give a shit. He smirked. Fraud. Fugazi. Fake. Yes, looked at her like I wouldn't choose you anyway. Said she was from Korea. The first episode also has Korean tattoos all over her body. How do you not know where this lady is from? That shows that he was not paying attention to anything about her, for real, for real. It was all to showcase that he was a good guy for acting purposes. For acting purposes. Did also look like he was trying to cry. He was not trying to cry. That boy did not care. He was smiling. He was not worried. Walter was ready to chill and date, not love. Exactly. Hold up. Somebody said, I feel like this is only required of Black women. Other ethnicities are not required or expected to go 50-50. This is more of a strong Black woman rhetoric. It is. It is. And ultimately, like, I feel like in any household, I don't give a shit what your ethnicity is. Like, the money needs to make sense. So if I make more money than you, it doesn't make sense for you to pay the bulk of the bills if I make more money than you. That doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, this is my household. What makes sense for other people's households will make sense for their household. But the idea that women should change what they want because a man can't rise to the occasion, no. 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 Okay? And Walter just feels disingenuous. Like nothing about him made me feel like he was really into that lady. We never even saw them really be affectionate towards each other. They need to find people with regular jobs that are really ready to love. That's why I said going forward, ready to love. If there are any producers watching me, because I know y'all like to hit us up every now and again, please start vetting these people. Find out where they live. What's their address? Where do they work? What does their history of work look like? Y'all need to be bringing these people on these shows like with full background checks. Have they been to jail a lot? Do they have a history of assaulting women? When did your wife die? Were y'all even together when she died? And then we need that information. We need y'all to give breakdowns of these people before we meet them in a real way, not in that fake fugazi shit that they want to talk about on the show. We need to know what is really going on, because what ends up happening is y'all get people that are pretending to be something that they're not so that they can get on this show and push their businesses or whatever they have going on that's more entertainment based. The women did not have a lot of good options as far as I was concerned. Phil is fake. I still question if Frank is ready for the commitment that Mumine is ready for. Dante and Aisha feel real, but I still have my questions for him. Okay, I still don't know. And we obviously know what all went down with Sabrina and Walter. That's why I'm showing y'all the back of this nigga's head. Okay, Aisha looks amazing in that dress and that updo. Oh, thank you. Child, I ain't know if y'all was enjoying me today the way they was talking bad to me in that last review. Child, I ain't know. I was like, oh, they ain't gonna like me. Oh, I guess that's what it is then. On should do a season with 60+ year old singles. Oh, child, no, we do not need that type of drama because 60+ people do not give a fuck. They need to do a nationwide online show and come together at a location once connections occur. That would be cool too. Whatever they do, they need to switch it up. I really would like for them to go back to the format of everybody being in one house. I also feel like people need to be around each other for more than one date. I know they don't think that that's smart. They like throwing people off the show the first date. I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's smart at all. But, y'all keep on doing what y'all do over there on. I guess we'll keep watching y'all fuck up this dating show over and over again. I guess, child. I don't know. She did. Aisha looked amazing. I think Sydney had a freakum dress on. I was just like, okay. Like, Mumine looked normal. I wish Mumine would get the hump out of her wigs, though. That's like my only request. Aisha, I love, but that's why I can always tell that she's wearing a wig. Like, it's just, you just always tell. And Sabrina's hair and makeup was beautiful, but I felt like the dress didn't fit that well. I don't know. I feel like she actually should have been the one to wear something more form-fitting this go round instead of trying to give us, Disney princess. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I think that the first elimination should be the second episode, not the first. And not the third, that's too long. By that time, we tired, child. Somebody need to go. Day 3, somebody need to get the hell out of here. It's too many people. Sydney was freakum everywhere. Child, when them side cutouts, she looked amazing. Her body is amazing. But it was still like, okay, girl, he got a suit on. Where y'all going? They not going to the same club. They not. I can't wait to see the reunion show. I want to know what everybody was crying about on the reunion show. It was doing too much. Everybody was tearing up. Everybody was crying. I saw Aisha backstage. What happened to Dante? Girl, the reunion look a mess. And y'all know we're going to be here for all of it. for all of it, honey. All right, I'm done for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the lives. Come see me tomorrow so we can talk about power, sisters, and queens. That's when I'm gonna do my scripted TV show series, because we got a whole heap of shows coming back next week, and I might pick up Kings of Napa for scripted TV if it's good enough for me. So I ain't need power to be lingering. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all come back tomorrow. Y'all know on Monday we're gonna do Real Housewives review with Salt Lake City and Portia's Family Matters. And yeah, I'll give y'all another schedule as we get on into the week, but I have left the videos up here for y'all to see, the upcoming videos. Y'all check out my video page. A lot of y'all ask about stuff that I've already talked about, already reviewed. So make sure that y'all look for that. Tell your people about me. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, everybody that has. We're almost to 90K. Okay, almost to 90K, y'all. So it's been real around here lately. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Peace out, baby.